What's up guys, Man on the Moon here with another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. And in this video, I'm going to be continuing my team build series with episode 2 featuring Yuletide Ezekiel. Now, I will say I haven't quite finished Ezekiel yet. I've been using him, but I need to finish his weapon. As you can see, I'm working on his base weapon. I just haven't quite finished it yet. But this is the team I'm using at the moment, and it's been working pretty good, honestly. Like, it's been working really well. Now, as usual, I'm going to go over the team itself, the weapons, the mods, and then I'm going to end the video doing some raids just to show you how the team would actually work and what my attack order would be and things like that. So, yeah, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I hope this helps. Enjoy. Alright, so first up with the mods, we have our buddy Tex, the trader. We've got just attack set, attack mod, attack versus tough and fast, attack while taunted, and daze resist, just because you do not want to be getting dazed. That's his main, that confuses it's just so good. I mean, confused for the rest of the combat is just so good. Next up, we have Molly, and with her I went crit set, HP mod, attack versus tough, just so, those basic attacks versus, like, Andre. If you can't rush him, you just need to basic attack him down. I just want to go get those hits in harder. Taunt resist, yeah, I know, it's a goal, but if you look down there, it's 65%, so it's still pretty good. And then the Paragon AP drain, what is that, minus 60? I mean, that's essentially a full reset for most characters on defense teams. If they have their rush ready and that procs, they're gonna be back down to 0. So I've always liked AP drain quite a bit. I still do, honestly. Alright, next up we have Yuletide Ezekiel. And with him I went HP set, mainly because he's more of a support character, right? Like, he's gonna do fairly decent damage just because he's a newer promo tune, and he's gonna have 50% attack on his weapon. So, like, and then he's gonna have 1535 and 1535s around him, so he'll probably do a fair bit of damage, especially hitting crits. But I want him to survive, like if he gets hit with a bide, I want him to be able to take that hit. Even with him having the damage reduction on his passive, it's still just kind of like, if he's already been hit a few times, I don't want that 50% to be enough. I'd rather just give him a little bit extra HP. Plus, as you can see, I've got the crit on HP Paragon mod, and that, I mean, you want him hitting those crits, so I'm going to use my Paragon mod. Then I went attack versus strong and fast with, once again, another gold taunt, another gold resist, but again, it's 63%, so it's still pretty good. And again, AP drain, it's what, minus 40, so it's still a fat chunk when it procs. And like I said, I really I like AP drain quite a bit. Alright, next up we have Titan. And for him I went, just all attack for the most part. Attack set, attack mod, Paragon attack versus fast, Paragon confuse resist, daze resist, because that's the main part of him. You need him You need him to have that normalized turn 1. And then attack while taunted, just to... I've always said, like, if you can only protect against so many things, right? So protect against what you can and then try and punish them for doing everything else, or as much else as possible. And I doubled down on the resist because, with him being a decap, you really don't want him dropping, like, any of your own teammates, because that's what Molly's there for, is to pick people up. Like, she's my safety net. But if people are decapped, safety net kind of goes out the window. Alright, and finally we have the Lady Sophia. Again, with her, I went all out attack. Attack set, Paragon attack on attack mod, attack versus alert, taunt resist, because it's just everywhere right now. And then obviously she has to have exhaust resist, just with the AP gain from her specialist skill. And on the off chance she actually gets impaired, I just, same thing there. If on the off chance they get it, I want to be able to punish somebody for it. And, like, her signature move still works while she's impaired. So she can be impaired and have, still use her sig and have 100% attack boost. And that's essentially a guaranteed kill right there, So I like that quite a bit, personally, on her. Okay, so moving on to the weapons. We've got Trader's Weapon here. I use Mateo's Destructive Shotgun, 45% attack, very large bonus to AP when attacking. The improved AP down impair, so it's a 60% chance to impair and get minus 20 AP. And 1535, it's the perfect weapon for him, just because with him being a control role character, and with this having a 60% chance to proc, you're just so much more likely for this weapon to impair somebody than most other things, in all honesty, on other characters. Like, I know it says Mateo's Destructive Shotgun, but this really should have just been Trader's. Like, it would have been the perfect weapon that would have made sense for it to be Trader's weapon. Next up, we have Molly holding the Destructive Diamond Knife, 45% attack, huge bonus to AP when attacking. Impair when attacking, a better chance to impair for the enemy for 3 turns, and 1535. Y'all know me, I don't need to speak about it. This weapon is just, again, this weapon is perfect for Molly, just with her everything being single hit, and her rush does 4 attacks, so it's pretty much guaranteed to proc at least once. Like, I've said it since season 1 of Leagues when I got this weapon. This is a great weapon. Like, I know it doesn't necessarily work on everybody, but I love it. I always will. Okay, so with Yuletide Zeke's weapon, right? Like, obviously I'm not done with it. And I'm just going to be getting it to 50% attack and swapping that 4 slot for 1535. I want him to have more crit, and even if I'm using a full Winter Kingdom team, it's still only a 35% boost from that 4th slot. Like, I could put him in a team with 3 strong characters and just give one of them strong attacks, and it's going to basically be the entire thing. It's going to be the same, essentially, 30% instead of 35, except now I'm getting to pick the team. I'm forced into using strong characters, but I get to pick who they are. I can run Titan and Ghost and, whoever. Like, Titan, Ghost, Shane, boom. Give somebody a ransack or strong attacks, and there you go. Or, heck, even Dale, Thanksgiving Dale, him and one other green character, that's your 30% right there. And then you got just more freedom that way, I feel like. I just don't think that buff is particularly good. If it was 10% apiece, maybe, but Yeah, I'm going to just get it up to 50% attack and go 1535. Next up, we got Titan's Weapon. Basic. I didn't even get this one perfect. As you can see, it's only 48% attack, and it's just your basic stun, stun sword. 1535 on it. It's just everyone should have at least one or two of these. So even if the percentage isn't as good, everyone should have at least one or two healing stun 1535. So just, it's basic, but it works. It's just a bit more control, a bit more survivability, and a bit more attack for everybody else. And lastly, with Sophia, again, I've said it before. Yellow fast just doesn't have good third slots. I gave her this one just because I had it built. I figure if something happens, extra attack for extra damage. She doesn't attack with basic attacks that often, but what else am I gonna give her, really? I personally don't really have anything better for her. I know there's a couple people have said a couple different weapons where I'm like, okay, yeah, that would be better. I just don't have them, like those weapons, so this is what she gets. Okay, so here we have a fairly basic team, but it'll work for the video's purposes. We are going to start off by normalizing Andre. Get him gone. Go down that line. Get Trader his AP. Have him rush. Get Titan his AP. Normalize. Confuse forever. And auto 3. Here again, we got another fairly basic team. Go ahead and normalize Vance with that. Andre with that one. Get Vance down. Peacekeeper. Confuse Priya forever. Trader. Titan. Now we just did auto. Okay, so here we got a pretty good team. I'm going to start off by going after William. Hopefully Zeke doesn't actually take him all the way down. Nope, he doesn't. Him down there. Normalize Jesus. Get rid of both of them there. And impair. And we didn't get the impair there. That's 3 down, turn 1. She's dazed, confused. Alright, we got her normalized. That's actually surprising, I'm not gonna lie. But wow. Okay, well, we'll get her this time for sure, but still, dang. Took a bit longer than expected, but we get it. Alright, guys, well, that was episode 2 of my attack team series featuring Yuletide Ezekiel. The team is working pretty well. I'm debating on if Titan actually needs to be there or not. I'm just so used to using him now, you know. That normalize is just so necessary, and I do find that it's nice having more than one normalize turn 1. I'd noticed that quite a bit when I was using Titan and Brutus together, but I don't know if he's quite as necessary at this point. I'm gonna have to play around a bit and figure it out, but yeah, I hope this helped. I hope it gave you some ideas, and I hope it showed off Yuletide Zeke a bit. I've had quite a few people ask me how good he is, and like, is he really useful? Is he worth going for? This and that, and I'm loving him. I mean, besides the fact that he was my first times 5, like, I'm so happy he was my first times 5. Like, it just made it memorable. That is all I got for this one, though, guys. Remember to hit like, hit subscribe, and remember, it is a game, so try and have fun. This is going to be your friendly neighborhood man on the moon, signing off. Later, guys.